Hello, baby.
Hello, nasty. Hello there.
Hello.
I say hello.
Hello, friend.
Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode. Are we yawning and sneezing already?
This is just the shittiest opening ever. This is like the anti-organic. It's a horrible opening.
See what happens when I don't do an organic opening? Welcome
You
to
barely
episode.
you got cut off speaking by the yawning co-host.
Welcome
Sorry.
to episode 341 of The Brink of Sanity. How you guys doing?
I am doing fine. Bri, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
Cool. Glad we're all
Cool.
caught up.
Okay.
I'm awake for
Are
now.
you guys ready for the next round of government stimulus?
Is that actually happening?
There is talk of the Trump administration. People got their $1,200 checks. I mean, people got $1,200 checks. Giant companies got like a goddamn trillions of dollars.
Mhm.
But they are working on another proposal because they realize the American worker is hurting. And I mean, like, there 30 million people unemployed right now? Yes, there are.
Yes,
Yeah,
sure.
sure.
Yeah, sure, whatever. What are we counting?
Which I have a solution for the unemployment problem, but go on.
Is it giving them coronavirus so they don't count anymore?
Well, that's one way to look at it.
What is your solution?
Well,
Just
all I keep hearing about is I forgot what the term was. It contact tracing? Is that what they're
Yeah.
calling it?
no.
Just
People are talking.
get all the unemployed people to do that.
Well, they are talking about hiring. Like they said, the government needs to hire like 300,000 contact tracers. So
yeah,
there is
so
like
get everybody who's on unemployment, just you know how to use a phone and call people. There you go. There's a job.
So let's say they hire 300,000 contact tracers. So that's 30 million minus 300,000. I still
It's
think
Still better than 30 million.
that's true.
It'll
That's
shut
true.
a few people up.
So do you guys have any idea what's the best solution they should do? Should they send everyone another check? Anything? Any good ideas you guys have? What would your next if you could influence the Trump administration? What kind of stimulus should they be? Should they give a ton of money into the giant corporations, let it trickle down on us?
Yeah, just like last time where we got nothing. No, how about let's try something different this time?
How about
So
he
they're-
poisons the water so we all die?
Well, they only do that. They tried that out. They sampled that idea in Michigan,
Yeah.
and they may expand it nationally. But so far, it's still like a small program they're doing.
Well, then I'm out of ideas.
Did you know that the Earth is literally just trying to kill us now?
Good. I wish it would hurry up.
It does seem like it's doing not a bad job.
So they just announced that this season is going to be the worst tick season in history. And,
Who announced that? The devil?
and also they found
Well, a lot of that is because the winter wasn't cold enough for them to kill them off.
right.
We don't have winter anymore. It didn't snow in New York this year.
It's going to snow this weekend.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
There's a forecast here. It calls for flurries on, it was either Thursday night into Friday or Friday night into Saturday. I forgot when.
We have broken the planet.
Oh.
The other story I saw is that they found a new species of murder hornets.
Wait, we never got to Mark's answer before we.
That's what we do in our show. We just don't get the stuff. Don't you understand, right? We'll work our way back to what my story an hour and a half from now.
Oh, I thought your whole story was about how the planet's revolting against us.
I literally said none of that.
No, he was giving us a stimulus option.
I was giving you a stimulus. It's fine, Jay. Go back. We'll come back to my stuff. So tell me about the murder hornets.
Since we're jumping around, can I throw a topic into the thing here?
Sure, we'll get back to the murder hornets later, which also was the original name of the Charlotte team.
I'm gonna have to fact check this, but I think my theory about banning meat is starting to come true, although unintentionally, since they're kind of running out of meat everywhere.
I don't know if banning, but you would think that like the Beyond Meat and those companies would be like ka-ching. What I don't understand. So I know they don't make their product out of meat, but where are they growing this vast field of like fake meat?
Well, no, all the meat factories are closing up because they're running out of everything.
No, I know, but like I'm saying, the fake meat companies, they make it out of some kind of plant. Where are they growing this shit?
I don't know.
I feel like we eat a lot of meat, so like, do they like it's like half like it's Iowa now all like fake meat product that's being grown? I don't know. We're running out of meat, basically. Are you guys worried about that?
No.
Kinda.
What are you guys gonna eat when there's no more meat?
Black beans.
Alex Jones's neighbor.
Both answers are correct.
Segway.
I did order actually a big order of meat earlier tonight in anticipation of the meat shortage that's coming.
We like switched roles because I had black beans 3 times last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
I've actually been having less black beans. I don't know because we've been making food with the family and I've been eating more of what we're making and the kids don't really eat black beans. I actually been eating less black beans.
I think I've had takeout like 12 days in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
Your kids don't eat,
like
if your kids don't eat black beans, you failed as a parent, Mark.
I can't get the kids to eat black beans. But Bride, do you have a sign on your door that says, "Please come in, coronavirus"? You're getting
all I keep hearing on TV from the news people is you got to support local restaurants because God forbid we don't want them going out of business because they're all heroes because they're showing up to work every day. So
a lot of people are trying to limit their exposure to like other people.
Bride's it's all under control. They wear gloves. It's all very very up and up.
I ordered takeout a couple times too.
Bride, do you tip them by kissing them on the lips just to make sure you get it from them?
We exchange coughs and then we go on our way.
Bri opens his mouth and says, "Just spit in my mouth and I'll give you an extra tip."
Come on, give it to me, baby. You know you want this tip. Your tips in my mouth. Just reach your hand in there. Body test is think I had it because so many people have said to me, not just Jay, have been like, I'm pretty sure I had it. I don't know why everyone's assuming they've had it.
Well, everybody is a medical expert these days.
Well, they said 20% of New Yorkers probably have had it already.
I mean, that is a large percentage.
Not to mention, I live with a nurse, so she's actually getting the antibody test next week.
Oh, interesting.
So
I guess you hope she had it, obviously, because that means it'd be over with.
Right. And then I guess if she did, then I'm going to try and get it. And then maybe I can calm down a little bit if I found out I already had it.
And then you could go back to work.
No way.
I actually I have the phone call from the results of your test, Jay. Do you want me to play it? I can just let's jump to the future.
Okay.
Hello, is Jay there?
Yeah, what's up? Is this the antibody guy?
Yeah, I'm from LabCorp. Just want to tell you, we got the results of your test, and well, do you want good news or what news do you want first?
I'll take the bad news.
Well, we'll give you the good news anyway.
Okay.
You did, in fact, we've confirmed you had coronavirus.
Okay.
We just you haven't actually developed enough antibodies, so you're actually still completely can get it. We're 100% positive you can get it again.
Was that the good or the bad news? That was the good news.
I've been giving out so much news lately, I don't know what's what. But anyway, coronavirus, you had it. You could get it again, so you're twice as lucky as unlucky, or I'll talk to you later.
Oh, and if you get it a second time, you could also get it a third time.
But wait, there's more.
Mm-hmm.
We have a punch card. If you get it 4 times, the 5th time's free.
You get a free sandwich.
You get a free sandwich.
Delivered by somebody with coronavirus.
If you had the antibody test, will you just walk around in public and be like, "It's okay, I've had the test, I'm good." Like you're just walking around, no mask. You're like people are coughing. You're jumping into their cough because you're like, it doesn't matter. I'm a superhero.
No.
Well, now you could storm City Hall. So we need people like you.
I am invincible.
No. That would be dumb.
So Jay, if you had the antibody test, would you allow me to cough on you?
No. I'm not going to be like reckless. I'm just going to be like, maybe I don't need to completely have a meltdown for every other day.
Living with black mold, with horrible anxiety, that's the kind of reckless path I want to go on. I'm not going to do the coronavirus. So anyway, here are the proposals by the Trump administration or whatever to really help out the common worker. And you guys let me know if this will help you out.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing they're talking about doing, and this is the big, I think,
Mm-hmm.
in response to 30 million people being unemployed, they are going to reduce the capital gains tax rate.
Because
Well, that's exciting.
because so many ground level workers have capital gains.
I know all the 30 million people that are unemployed do not want to sell their large investment. They have a lot of investments, but they don't want to take the capital gains hit. Now they can really utilize that money.
It's hilarious that that's even like a thing.
So also, they want to allow companies, which I'm sure when they say companies, they mean individuals that are affected by the coronavirus,
Mhm.
to deduct the full cost of any investments they make now or in the future.
Are they
So-
out of touch, or are they just so corrupt that they're not even hiding it anymore?
B.
They also will allow an expanded deduction for corporate spending on meals and entertainment. So I know both you guys, where you guys work, they really want to spend a lot of money on entertainment for you guys, and this will finally allow them to do it.
Guys, problem solved.
The last one actually does affect everyone. They want a suspension of the payroll tax for workers, which sounds good, but I would say the people who are doing better in this are the ones that have jobs versus the 30 million people that are kind of unaffected by a payroll tax suspension.
Yeah. God,
When you don't get paid anymore, it doesn't really help you. So anyway, those are the big plans that I'm sure will make America great again.
we are such a
I
disaster.
since you are running for president, Mr. Brink, do those align with your values? Are you down for this plan, this stimulus?
No, I'm not rich enough yet to benefit from these, so I'm against it for now.
Okay, but if you get into office, will you become rich enough to benefit from these proposals?
I mean, if I get like a sneaker deal or something, I'd be all in on that.
Would you go with Adidas or go for Nike?
Ooh, that's tough.
Have you guys been watching the Last Dance?
Yes.
I
what do
watched
you-
I watched episode 5, not 6.
Same. I watched 5 but not 6. But there was the thing about Jordan preferring Adidas over Nike.
Yeah.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, it's really, really fun documentary.
Yeah. It is more fun than the coronavirus.
The last one is about the Knicks. I don't think you guys did you guys watch that one?
Not
I've
yet.
not, but I think Jay and I should do a Knicks podcast next week, and we can talk about it.
You
That's-
should have did it live, like Mystery Science Theatered it.
I mean, I know the
Yeah.
Charles Smith thing is going to give me PTSD.
The
I'm
what?
hoping-
The Charles Smith one where he gets rejected
Oh.
8 times.
Oh
and-
yeah, they show that.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm hoping that I just don't remember correctly, and the Knicks actually they kicked the Bulls' ass.
My friend worked for MSG, and he got us a thing where we were allowed to play on MSG court, and Charles Smith was there, and so we recreated the Charles Smith scene, and I don't think he liked that at all.
That's you got to be on the court. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like all employees got to bring like 3 friends and play like a little scrimmage on MSG court.
That's cool.
So I also people are getting annoyed at all the protests. I don't know how you guys feel about the protests, but
Annoyed.
I think people don't understand that people want to they want their freedom, and they're not just looking to get their hair done. That's just an overplayed thing. People aren't looking to do stupid things. Do you guys think people are just looking to do stupid things?
Yes.
Okay, so you tell me you think this is stupid.
Okay.
So Georgia, which is opened, had a gigantic line of people trying to buy the new Air Jordans. Isn't that a good reason to be outside?
Could we just burn the country down and start over?
They went to a mall, an enclosed space, to stand close together so they can get new Air Jordans. I don't see the issue. Air Jordans protect you from the coronavirus.
They still make Air Jordans?
They fucking will. They will make it until every member, like when Jordan is dead, his kids are dead, every member of his lineage is dead, they'll still be making fucking Air Jordans. They make so much money off of them.
I didn't know they still made those.
Apparently they still sell because they had a giant line of people risking their lives, literally risking their lives to get them.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's a great country.
I also didn't realize how big of a hit they were right away. I knew they were big. Obviously, I knew they were big, but like they said in the documentary, if you, I don't know, can't really call a spoiler alert when you're revealing just facts about history. But they said like they expected when Nike signed the shoe deal, they were hoping to sell 3 million shoes in the first year, which would sound like a lot of sneakers, and they sold like 127 million, which is insane for a guy that was just entered the league.
And they were super expensive.
Yeah.
I remember they were easily over $100.
Which is also $100 in 1984.
Right.
Like $100 now is a decent amount. It was insane back then.
Like I remember we used to have to save up our money all summer to buy our whatever shoes we were going to buy for the school year. I remember I got the Bo Jacksons.
Oh, I like Bo.
The big orange stripes on them.
Also, so the New York Post has been they've I don't know if they've coined this term. I don't know where it's been coined, but COVID idiot. They've combined the word COVID and idiot together to feature people who were extraordinary. And they had found a woman in Kentucky who was wearing a mask, but she cut a hole in the mask to make it easier to breathe. It's hard to breathe when you're wearing a mask, so I totally get it. And she's smart. She's ingenuity.
Can I tell you how many people I've seen walking around with the mask below their nose?
Well, I guess I would say, do you really need to wear the mask if you are socially distanced? Like if you're walking and no one's around you outside, do you need to wear the mask?
No, but you should bring it because you don't know when somebody else is going to be around.
Yeah, I mean, so around me, it's pretty empty. Like in the suburbs, like you could pretty easily avoid people.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like around us, I don't think you necessarily need it. And some people on like our town Facebook page, some people like are ardent, like everyone needs to be wearing a mask right now. And I'm like, well, that's not really the law. Actually, like Cuomo said, you need to if you can't socially distance. And we're walking around the suburbs. It's not like a million people in the city. I guess anywhere in the city, you probably should bring a mask with you at the very least.
Yeah.
They're kind of annoying to wear, though.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, getting the coronavirus is worse, but they are annoying to wear.
Yeah, I'd say
Right. Have you worn a mask yet?
Yeah, I have a mask that I think I stole from like a doctor's office a few years ago. I have a couple still left over, and I have it in my car, and I wear it if I go into the store or whatever. But half the time I forget it. And I'm halfway to the door, and I'm like, oh fuck, I got to turn around and get this stupid thing.
I actually would have guessed, if I just had to guess, that you had not worn it, and around you no one wears it in the store because you're living like in some reverse Earth right now.
No, everybody wears them. It's comical. I want to get one of those. I keep looking on Amazon. I can't find anything good. I want to get one of those. Some people wear like the plastic like face shield.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get I want to get like a tinted one.
I saw
like
3
a
of
dark
those
one.
today.
It just
Is it cool to wear an astronaut helmet?
I would think so.
There was someone in San Diego wore a Ku Klux Klan hat. That seemed like it was probably not the right message we're going with.
It's really surprised it was San Diego.
especially that doesn't really cover your face. Oh yeah, no, I guess it does. Yeah, the mask part.
It does cover your face. Yeah. That was what they wore. They were asked to like, could you please remove that, you piece of shit.
All these places though, like airlines, they're like, well, we're gonna require you to wear a mask. Well, are you supplying me a mask? Like, what if I show up for a plane and I don't have a mask? Like,
they probably will survive you.
Are they giving me one? Or are they kicking me out of the airport? Or
do you know you could go on a Carnival cruise on August 1st for $28 a day?
I saw that they were reopening. Yeah, like they should just ship all those. Like they should just fill those boats and like send them right to like the Bermuda Triangle. It's be like, oh, sorry, it was a trick. Sorry.
Carnival sale should be August 1st. Fuck it, it's free. Please go on our boats. Like they should just do it just to get people going on, so people believe that there's a chance this is safe.
I don't think I'll ever go on a cruise again.
I think there's a bunch of protesters though that'll 100% will go on. I would bet like it's like half full in August.
Mm-hmm. Guaranteed.
See, here's the problem. See, we live in this society where like self-promotion is like encouraged and urged, and like every time it's like, oh, go to our Twitter page and leave your comment, leave a tweet, leave a this. It's like, so they just beat your head into like to like self-promotion, and everybody's got a Twitter, everybody's got an Instagram, everybody has whatever. So naturally, all these assholes are just gonna only care about themselves because they've been ingrained for the last 10 years to just everybody matters, your voice matters, you're important. It doesn't matter if you're not stupid, you're just missing the facts, you're not fat, you just have an eating disorder, or you're thick, you're not retarded, you're on the spectrum. It's like this whole like we're just ingrained to like promote ourselves and only give a shit about ourselves, and like you're awesome, your opinion matters. So of course all these people are just going to be like, well, fuck it, if I want to get a haircut, I should be able to get a haircut because I want to get a haircut.
But
So
I mean,
I don't know
their
why
hair is slightly out of place. They don't look. They need to be look proper for their death.
But I mean, it's like I don't know why people are so surprised that people are only in it for themselves when like they've been ingrained for that for the last however many years.
I mean, we are a country that's kind of founded on more of the individual self versus like the collective. And that's why we have a lot of policies that are fucked up in our country. And so you can't be surprised people are like responding in this kind of crisis by caring more about themselves than the collective.
But it's all social media because it's just everybody has a platform and everybody has been encouraged to think that they're awesome and that they're whatever they have to say, no matter how crazy, is important and people have to listen to it.
Jay,
what did I say 10 years ago? What did I say the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse were going to be? Social media, YouTube.
I was hoping Jay would actually guess what you said 10 years ago.
Well, he knows.
I know. Whatever you can guess it.
I forgot what the 4th one was. But how right was I? I mean, just take a look at what's going on. I mean, I called that so long ago.
Jay, I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Bry here, I assume you're still going to the office?
Yes.
Bry goes to the office. He gets food deliveries 3 to 4 times a day.
Oh no, I don't get food delivery. I go pick it up.
I'll go pick it up. He's interacting a lot with the public. Which would you rather do? Get on an airplane and go flying, or have Bry, who you do not know, he's shown no symptoms, cough in your face?
Get on an airplane?
Yeah, get on a fully packed flight. Just fly somewhere right now. Which sounds less scary to you?
Cough.
Cough. Okay.
Thanks, Jay.
Because getting on an airplane now sounds with all the air recirculating sounds kind of scary to me.
Yeah.
Except it's always been that bad.
It except for there's been
nobody ever wanted to talk about it. That's all.
No, but like going on an airplane, you get sick, but usually don't have like a deadly pandemic on the flight with you.
Plus, you get an airplane, you got a bunch of screaming babies too. There's a lot of reasons not to go on an airplane.
I used to bring the screaming babies with me. Now they're a little older, they don't scream.
Well, that's always a plus.
So we all missed out on a big business idea.
What's that?
I don't know. Like, I know we've been talking about, like, Jay's had some ideas, and Brian, I don't know if you have some ideas, but like, we could all. It would have been nice to, like, in this time of crisis, think of a really good idea that would have made us a fortune. Because we really missed out. You guys
selling fake coronavirus kits?
So, I don't know if you heard, but there had been an urgent need for ventilators.
Mm-hmm.
A little while back, I guess it was end of March, Trump sent out a tweet saying, basically, he was urging Ford and General Motors to start making ventilators. He's like, we really need ventilators. And someone who had a small-time Twitter account, they had like 60 followers, not like a big-time even Twitter account, responded, "We can supply ICU ventilators, invasive and non-invasive. Have someone call me, urgent." So someone just responds that tweet to Trump's tweet. 3 days later, New York State, going on the White House, vouching for this person who posted this tweet, sent $69 million for ventilators to this person in Silicon Valley.
Oh my God. 60 followers.
Yeah. So, I mean, not that you have to have followers on Twitter to be legitimate, but it doesn't sound like if you're a major manufacturer who could step in here, you think you'd have a little more presence on social media.
If you have 60 followers, you're not legitimate. That's
So
that's
anyway,
the rule.
but he got $69 million from New York State, and so far this person or his company has delivered the exact same amount of ventilators to New York State as Jay has.
I mean,
3 days
So
later,
are
he's got
you
60.
saying Jay was that person? Is that what you're saying, or
He could be. I don't know, Jay. It's just amazing. They usually the policy used to have been you get paid based on delivery, but they changed the policy to get this person $69 million as fast as possible.
it's got to be one of Trump's relatives?
You know it, basically. Speaking of Trump's relatives, on a different note, and not stuff to jump around, but you guys, I've talked before about the that program, the small business loans I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's another small business people are getting annoyed at, but I think people are overreacting a little bit.
Okay.
So the small business where Barron Trump goes to school apparently got a small business loan.
I'm sure he
people
goes
are
to a
just making
small
some
local
connection just because Barron Trump goes there, they got the money. That sounds like bullshit, right? There's no real connection. It's just a coincidence.
Total coincidence.
school. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he
Yeah.
goes to a small local school.
Let's be honest. Trump probably doesn't even know where Barron goes to school.
To be honest, Trump probably has not seen Barron Trump in like weeks at least, or
Yeah.
months.
Who's Barron Trump?
I'm a baron. I did not know I was a baron. I like that title. It's your son's name. I like the title, son. Don Jr.'s my son. So what's going on?
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. My neighbors decided to just start blasting music, and now I'm like, am I going to be able to sleep tonight? Or
Are your neighbors the people in that video I sent you?
Oh my god, it's like the upstairs and downstairs is having like an asshole competition, and they just take turns fucking with my sleep.
What do they do? What is their what are they doing to create the noise?
Well, I talked about it, I think, last episode, where if you turn the faucet in the tub on just a little bit, like the pipes shake.
Okay.
So my upstairs neighbor decides to do that over and over and over again from like 5 to 6 in the morning.
Wait, so he takes like a bath
No,
during that time?
no. Just turn it on a little bit to make the pipe shake. Let the pipe shake for like 5 seconds. Turn it off. Wait 5 to 10 minutes. Do it again.
What do you mean pipe shake? Where the fuck do you live? I don't understand.
It's an old building thing. I don't know. The pipe shake if you turn the faucet on at a certain level.
Okay. And is the downstairs neighbor still trying to like become like a professional boxer?
No, they're the ones who just started blasting the music. They like to rotate like what they do to mess with me.
I'm surprised you're not like more in favor of just getting the coronavirus.
I mean,
it seems like it'd be better than this.
Every day I'm like, Mark doesn't get why I want to get a house and be separated from everybody. Meanwhile, it's just fucking insane central on every single wall. The next building next door we share a wall with, they decided to have a loud party until 4 a.m. on Saturday.
Bri, how are your neighbors? Besides the stickman, besides stickman, how are your neighbors?
Oh, I haven't been over there. I've been staying at my dad's for a few months.
Yeah. What, Jake? Could you just live in Bri's old place?
I mean, might be better to do that at this point. This is fucked up. Like it's every day. I can't even. Now it's at the point where when it's quiet, I'm awake with anxiety because I'm wondering like if it's going to get noisy or what's going to happen at that point.
Right. Could you is there any way you get Jay a job at your firm?
Are you trying to get me killed?
I don't think we're hiring.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, it just seems like maybe if you just move to a place where there's not as many neighbors, like, if you lived in Bri's old place, I bet you'd be fine.
Yeah, but then he'd have Stickman to deal with. I know Stickman's still around.
Do you think Stickman is wearing a mask now?
Oh, I don't know.
Does he look a little scarier with the mask?
He's probably got one of those like motorcycle guy masks.
Yeah. But Jay, would you let Stickman cough in your face?
Well, we're doing a whole show of who I would let cough in my face.
There is a winner at the end.
You guys want to do some emails?
Sure. By the way, do you guys remember classmates.com?
Yes.
I get like a million emails from them lately.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard from classmates.com in like a decade. I remember I used to always get those spam emails, and suddenly the emails are breaking through my spam filter.
I get like 2 a day from that now. It's like I thought classmates.com turned into facebook.com.
I just assumed it was out of business at the very least.
Yeah. Like who's joining that?
I don't. Yeah, like at the very least, I understood when you were joining it prior to Facebook, but now it's just Facebook. Just join there.
Yeah.
I get ones they're like, your friend, your classmates posted an old picture. I'm like, no, they didn't. No one's on there. There's literally no one on your site. Stop emailing me.
Yeah, then it said like, somebody looked you up or something, and I clicked on it. I took the bait and I clicked on it, and it was like there was like 3 names of people. They must have been made up names because I could probably name everybody from my class, and I was like, I had never heard of these people.
As of 2015, classmates.com had over 70 million current members, which I assume that just means people who like signed up to see what picture it was and then never looked at the account again.
Yeah, I did that once, and like I was like, "Oh, you lied to me. There's no picture."
But they said they was as of
it was like a picture of the school.
Yeah.
In 2008, they had 3.8 million paying subscribers, which I'm not sure what they were even paying for. But yeah, no, I was shocked. I saw the email. I'm like, this fucking exists still?
I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight.
Is it because of thinking about classmates.com?
Just loud Latino music.
Can you? Is there anything you can do so we can listen to like? Bro, I assume you can't hear it either. I can't hear any of it.
No.
No, it's not going to translate over.
Can you see if they want to come?
Because it's in Spanish.
Can you see if they want to come on the show?
No, I don't want them anywhere near me. They're probably having a fucking party. I would not be surprised.
Call the cops on them. That's illegal.
I mean, if there's an 11 p.m. like noise cutoff, I have the 311 app. That's what I do now. When there's noise, I just 311 everybody.
I thought that's when you say where everyone sends their dick pictures.
No, that was a different 3-digit number.
Oh, okay. The Blasio thing. Okay, yeah.
All right. thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Hello, Brink of Sanity podcast. I'm a listener from Amsterdam. Have you guys ever been?
I've been twice.
Never.
It's a cool city to check out.
Yeah,
right. Jay, have you been?
No, I heard it's nice. I have not been.
It's actually for a city that's like supposed to be the drug capital. Like it's actually a beautiful city.
It says, I don't smoke marijuana, but everyone assumes I do when I say I'm from Netherlands. I occasionally have an edible and watch YouTube. The first time I heard your podcast, I was stoned out of my tree. It was fun. Anyway, what is your guys' favorite cartoon growing up as a kid? I love the 90s X-Men TV show. It is on Disney Plus, and I revisited it. It holds up.
I'd love to know how he found our podcast.
I'd love to know why no one else finds it.
Thank you, Sauce. Let us know how you found the show. Favorite cartoons growing up?
So I think we all predate that cartoon because we're more the 80s, not the 90s.
Yeah.
But I fucking love Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they're the best.
I remember just like you'd wake up because they used to start at 8 a.m.
Earlier.
And, like
they used to start at like 6 or 7.
No, 6 or 7 was the crappy one. So you'd wake up at 7, you'd be like, "Fuck, I'm up for nothing. I have to wait for these shitty cartoons till the good ones start at 8."
Sunday morning, USA Cartoon Express.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah.
But the what is it? I loved Scooby Doo. I loved Muppet Babies. Gummy Bears.
I loved Gummy Bears.
Whatever version of Ghostbusters they had, that was kind of good.
The real Ghostbusters.
The real Ghostbusters, which
because there was another one called the Ghostbusters, and it had a monkey. That one sucked.
What was? There were 2 versions of it then, right?
Yeah, there was the one with the monkey, and then there was the one that was actually like the movie.
Yeah.
Well, the one with the monkey was like the 50s movie.
Is there a 50s movie?
Yeah, there's a 50s Ghostbuster movie, and it did have a monkey.
So Ghostbusters is a remake?
Yeah.
I did not know that. You know they're having another Ghostbusters this summer? Well, I assume it'll be straight to video, but
Yeah. What else did I like? I like
my favorites are probably Transformers and Laugh Olympics.
I love Transformers. I don't know Laugh Olympics.
Laugh Olympics was great. It was all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah.
And they had like a big Olympic tournament. So you'd have Snagglepuss and Yogi Bear against Dexley or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like 3 teams. It was like the Yogi Bears, the Scooby Doos, and then it was like all the bad guys.
Yeah.
I'll say not Saturday morning cartoons, but ones I like. Still pretty young, but a little bit older, I guess. The during the day ones, they had like Tiny Toons and Darkwing Duck and
Animaniacs, Freakazoid. Those are all at the same time.
What else was there? There was
I like Dungeons and Dragons a lot.
DuckTales. Yeah.
Mask. You ever watch Mask?
I remember Mask.
Mask was pretty cool.
I didn't have cable till I was in junior high or maybe high school. So I grew up without cable, which is weird. But I don't have all the cartoons that everyone else knows because our parents. I don't know why our parents didn't have cable, but
your kids are gonna say the same stories about you about a PlayStation.
It's possibly it will not affect the start time of the show, but my son has asked for a PS4 for his birthday, which is the end of June. So it's sometime in June he may be getting a PS4. He'll be 9, so it's fine. I think it's okay for him to get it, even though Jay I think had one coming out of the womb. I don't know, but yeah, I'll be asking. I guess Jay, I'll be asking your advice on what games to get.
Okay.
But I guess so. There's like a subscription thing where you can just get the games online for like a?
Well, you can buy any game digitally, but if you want to play online, you need a subscription. But with that subscription, they give you 2 free games of their picking every month.
It's their picking. It's not your picking.
But they're usually incredible games.
Oh, so if I want a certain game, I still have to pay. How much do the games cost these days?
I mean, they're $60 when they come out, but they go down so quick. Like a $60 game will be $30 like 3 months later. And
okay, it's not like he knows that many games. I think he's gonna want that. My son's gonna want it so he can play online with his friends and just the games they're playing. Really,
they have sales constantly. Basically, it's like the PlayStation Store. You could just make a wish list, and I just add every game I want to the wish list, and I check once a week. And inevitably, it'll go on sale eventually, and then I'll buy it. So I've never paid full price for a game.
So if I was going to get a game that you would think would be good to play, not that you know that much about kids, but good to play with a kid, what would be a game would you recommend?
Overcooked.
What can you describe it?
So basically, multiplayer, you run a kitchen, and you have to organize and like get the dishes out before the customers get mad. But there's a lot of like communication and organization, taking stuff off the stove before it burns and getting the plates ready.
Can't they just ask my son to make dinner for the family? That sounds like it would be more helpful.
I think it's a fun, like, interactive game that you could play with them.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Hey, by the way, I heard sports-wise, I have no attention span, that Oscar De La Hoya is trying to bring back boxing for like July 4th weekend. What do you guys think? Like of sports, doesn't boxing or I guess UFC also seem like the most realistic sports to come back first?
Yeah, I didn't even.
Well, they involve the least amount of testing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like 2 people could be like, "Fuck it, we'll just get coronavirus," or we're like okay with it. Just them fighting each other. It's like it just seems like the least exposure. Do you think this will lead to there's a chance this could like be like boxing's renaissance because they're the one of the few sports that can really go on?
No, boxing's done.
Brian, were you a big boxing fan when you were younger? Like, were you into like when they had like the big fight? Like we were talking Jay. We were talking about last time, right, Jay? Like after the show was over, like how boxing died.
Yeah.
I mean, I never got him on pay-per-view or anything, but I was always excited, like after the fact, to like the next day. Oh wow, Tyson knocked the guy out in 10 seconds. Like, oh, that's awesome,
I mean, I used to just think like.
Like when growing up, like I just thought Mike Tyson was like God.
Yeah, that's basically what we were talking about. Like after him, like there were some other stars, but no one even close to Tyson, I guess.
Yeah. You know what's amazing about Mike Tyson? Like every single person who has had some sort of like sexual assault allegation against him, like they get that stigma. Mike Tyson went to jail for rape and nobody talks about it.
That is true.
Like when was the last time? When was the last time that topic even came up? Like that he was in jail for rape? Like it's like Joe Biden. Oh, he's creepy. Oh, Trump. It's this. Oh, Al Franken. This. Mike Tyson went to jail for it, and nobody ever brings it up.
Al Franken had to go away for taking some like stupid photos while a girl was sleeping. Yeah. Tyson has been charged with, whether you believe it or not, he was charged with rape and convicted. And people are like, oh, he's so awesome. Put him in the movies. We love him.
He's got a face tattoo. He sells pot now. Like what? Like he's like everybody loves him, but it's like, yeah, he went to jail for rape.
It is unbelievable how he's kind of like talk about shit bouncing off you.
Yeah.
I guess do you think even more than Trump, like shit bounces off Tyson? Because even Trump, if you're like he's a convicted rapist. Okay, I'm finally not going to vote for him. People would have banned him on being convicted for rape. Would probably get some people to ban him. Some.
I mean, I guess maybe just because it was so long ago, and like this whole generation of people who like know him from The Hangover, like barely even know he was a boxer. But
I think there's a certain amount of people also that there was a lot of people who thought he wasn't guilty.
I don't think he was either. I think he, it didn't look good for him. But I mean, still, he went to jail. He did his time. So.
Yeah, I mean, there was something about like somehow rape just bounces off people. Like, I don't know if he raped him or not, but like Kobe Bryant had like an unusual situation with that where he kind of paid off the person.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think he probably did it or probably raped her. But wow, that just kind of went away. Also, he was so beloved right afterwards.
Yeah.
It's weird how our society is totally people who have like pretty serious claims about rape. Holy shit, we love you, but other people have to go away.
Mike Tyson, he was a badass when he was in his prime, man.
He's a fucking badass. Is he trying to come back now?
I read that. I don't know if it was true or not.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true. There was a like a little video of him on Twitter, like I guess not even sparring, just like moving around and like throwing some punches. Obviously, he looked insanely fast.
Yeah.
I would fight Tyson if he was like deadly sick with the coronavirus. That's the only way I'd fight him because he's incapacitated basically. Jay, would you rather have a homeless person cough on your face or fight Mike Tyson?
Would you rather fight Mike Tyson or have Mike Tyson cough in your face?
Right. Does it at least seem like Jay's left the show because he's so angry about it? He's so angry about his roommate.
I can't even focus.
I understand.
I'm furious.
There's been at least 4 times where I'm like, oh, Jay's gone.
I'm absolutely
raging. I think I'm just doing a podcast with Bri tonight.
Yeah.
It's hard to do a podcast when you're like, oh, I'm going to get no sleep tonight. And, there's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, yeah, that's tough. Yeah,
That must be tough not sleeping. Bri.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Bri, who sleeps 3 hours a week.
Yeah. Jay, that sound you can't hear is my heart breaking for you.
It's almost like Bri should switch places with Jay as far as apartments, because at least Bri would be like, I wasn't going to sleep anyway.
I'll just get up and dance.
Bri, how much did you sleep last night?
I woke up about a little before 4. But I think I fell asleep again at like 5.
Hello?
I think we lost Bri.
Well, that's not good. Jay, you there? Or are you gonna just like listen to the?
I'm here. Hello.
Oh.
Bro, okay. We see what we lost you. Let's just do that again. How much did you sleep last night? We can hear you, Bri.
Hello.
This is a great show. Jay's off listening to his neighbors being like, I fucking hate them. Bri can't hear us. Yes, we hear you, Bri.
Oh.
What happened? So what happened with your sleep last night?
Oh, I said I think I woke up about a little before 4, and then I fell asleep again about 5:30 for about an hour.
Yeah. You do this every I feel like this if you're waking up at 4 a.m. every night and sometimes sleeping, sometimes not, it's gotta be setting you to an early grave.
Yeah, I lately I felt like I'm gonna die soon. Like my body just feels like it's failing me.
How long have you been sleeping this poorly?
Couple months.
Okay.
This poorly, just like a couple months.
This seems really brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds almost as bad as having terrible neighbors like Jay. I'm assuming Jay's not even doing the show with us anymore. Fry.
I don't think Jake can hear us.
I don't know what
I'm
he's
trying to
doing.
hear you over the fucking din. You want to do another email?
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, I have a question for you. Why, if you were like protesting, you really need to get out because you're like, I fucking can't stand this. I need to get out of my house. Why would the first thing you do go to a movie theater? In Texas, they reopened and people are going to the movies. Like the easiest thing to do in your household is watch TV, watch the screen, and you're going to a theater so you can get coronavirus while you're watching.
People are so stupid.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. Okay, yeah, go over the email.
Mr. C writes, "Hey guys, do you think there is where'd it go? What the hell? Do you think there's any correlation between intelligence and the likelihood of being a conspiracy theorist? Some of them must be quite creative to join dots that you wouldn't think your average moron could make up."
Oh, speaking of that, I was watching. I forgot what I was. My dad watches all those ancient alien shows or whatever on the History Channel, and
Yeah.
I kind of make fun of him while he's watching it. And then we were talking about something, and it was some conspiracy theory, and he goes, "Boy, people will believe anything, huh?" So I went back to the thing Jay sent us about the tunnels and the pedophiles, and I read him the whole article, and he was like, terrified. He was like, "Oh my God, people really believe that?"
I mean, that one is fucking insane. If you did not tune into last episode, there's something about how we have tunnels under our country and a secret network of pedophiles. Or am I getting that right?
Yeah, they like run children from like these tunnels to like these Navy ships or something.
Yeah, there's some weird shit going on.
There is probably something, because I think it just makes your mind go a little crazier.
You mean as far as the intelligence thing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I think the hardcore conspiracy theorists are a combination of like people are so intelligent, like their brains broke, or just really, really stupid people.
I feel like it's.
I think it's more intelligence that's stupid, because they're so well thought out is not the phrase I'd like to use, but like they're just they expand upon it so much. Like if you were stupid, you would just be like, "Oh, the Earth is flat,"
Right.
without like a reason, as opposed to like this huge elaborate thing about like tunnels and pedophiles and Navy ships.
So I would say I don't think it's intelligence like either. I mean, I guess like maybe if you're stupid, maybe you're more likely. I don't know, but I feel like it's probably more about like shit that's happened to you in society. Like if you're really down on your luck, you're more likely to believe in some of the conspiracies, or I think shit that's happened to you will reflect your. Does that make any sense? You guys understand where I'm going?
Yeah,
with
no,
this?
I don't like your theory.
It's just like if you're someone that like where like girls never talk to you, you can never get anywhere with girls, you start believing they're evil and something, and you're more likely to believe that there was that whole incel thing.
Well, then I'm very nervous about all the people who think there's pedophiles out there.
I don't know. Actually, as I'm saying it, also Kyrie Irving believes in flat Earth, and he seems like he's had things have been working out pretty well for him the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But I do think there's some kind of mental thing there. I don't know. I mean, it's also our society. Like there's so much shit where like it's so easy not to like trust what's going on. There's so the New York Times has a new 3-part podcast about basically this guy who was basically on YouTube 24/7. Like he'd work his job, then come home and just be on YouTube all day. And he'd go down these like dark tunnels of like all these conspiracy theories about this and then this and then this. And there's so much shit out there to convince you of like, and they make it sound so logical that it's so easy to fall for the shit in some way. I don't know.
I mean, I think intelligence could play a part in the sense that like if you hear something that catches your attention and you're gonna dig into it, like research it and read more, and then you could go down a rabbit hole. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I could see how all this happens.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy into like they always have answers for everything.
Because if you're stupid and somebody says something, you're just gonna be like, oh okay, but you're not gonna like question it or want to know more about it. So I guess I don't know if intelligence is the right word, but
well, one of the biggest things in our society or any society that asks you not to question or asks you to like try to use logic is religion. And that's a huge thing where like we all know when you try to ask questions of religion, religion like falls down to questioning, and they ask you just not to use logic. So with that in mind, like if you're a culture that like is so accepting of certain things, then you can accept other things and other leaps in logic also. I don't know. It's weird how much conspiracy theories seem like they're more prevalent than ever.
Yeah, it does. He also writes, on this topic, thoughts on Jeffrey Epstein.
That's one. Did we talk about the last week? I feel like I believe that conspiracy. I believe the fact that like he was fucking murdered.
Oh yeah, I think that was
clearly
one of the most,
was.
Yeah, I think that was one of the most blatant murders. Like,
I mean, Hillary Clinton didn't walk into the place and hang him, but I mean, yeah, there was definitely something going on.
Yeah, I think in that situation, the conspiracy theory is that he committed suicide. That's right. That's the outlandish story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everything about that, and it's also funny how that's just been like glossed over. The media stopped covering it. No one really has investigated. Like I think they said like the whoever did the autopsy or some doctor was like they said like this looks like it was a murder, and then nothing. There was no investigation after that.
Yeah.
And finally, he writes, any thoughts on whether there's a secret group like the Bilderberg group that have undue influence and power?
The what group?
Bilderberg.
I think he said Build-A-Bear.
I thought he said Build-A-Bear also, and I just was like, that store at the mall controls the government. Yeah, I don't really believe that.
I do.
Would you believe in the Illuminati, Jay?
I think there's a group that has undue influence. Yeah, I think they pull strings.
I don't think they're a secret group. They're called corporate America. They're called Wall Street. There's nothing secret about this shit.
They're called the Koch brothers.
Yeah, I don't think I think a lot of this shit's just out in the open.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, like it just seems like every time the government does something, it favors Wall Street. So maybe they have undue influence. I don't know. Do you know speaking of conspiracy theories, do you know there's already anti-vaxxers who say they will not take the coronavirus vaccine that doesn't exist yet?
I hate this planet. I really do.
And they question the safety of this vaccine that, again, doesn't exist yet.
Thank you, Mr. C. Lorenzo writes, hey, guys, I've never lived in a house with an ensuite bathroom before. This sounds like a question from Mark. Within a few years,
what does an ensuite bathroom mean?
That's the bathroom that's connected to your master bedroom.
Oh, I have one of those.
Of course you do. We knew that.
Okay, I have a house. Why wouldn't I have an ensuite bath? I mean, come on. I'm not gonna go to the bathroom where everyone else goes.
Not every house has an ensuite bathroom, you snob.
That's not true. Come on.
It is absolutely true. Within a few years, I grew up in a house without an ensuite bathroom.
I didn't know you were homeless growing up.
Within a few years, we should be moving.
Your parents didn't have a bathroom in their bedroom?
We had one bathroom in the whole house. It was a nightmare.
Holy shit! You have suffered. Bri, what about you growing up? Was there a bathroom in your parents' bedroom?
No, we had there were 1.5 bathrooms in our house, but not in the bedroom. No.
Oh, we had 2.5. In my parents' bedroom, we had one, and we have one in our in my McMansion, I guess. Again, it's not actually a mansion at all, but I don't know why. I don't know why I feel like I need to say that every episode. Also,
within a few years, we should be moving into a house with one off our bedroom, and I'm looking to introduce a no pooping policy for that particular toilet because I don't want any smell in my bedroom. Thoughts?
Get a big enough bedroom where the toilet's not next to the goddamn bed.
I mean, if you live in Marc's mansion, you probably have to stretch before you walk to the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just like the air doesn't travel that far between the bed and the bathroom. You could also, I mean, as a solution, you could just shut the door after you poop. It would be weird to have a no pooping policy in that bathroom. Especially because I feel like that's the one I go to the most to poop because I'd rather poop in that one than my kid's bathroom. Because then if I poop in my kid's bathroom, they'll come in and go, "Daddy, you made a stinky." Why? They'll call me out in like a heartbeat. They also if I go to the bathroom there, they have to use it. They'll start banging on the door. I'll be like, "I'll be out in a second. Come on, just let me go to the bathroom."
Yeah, you don't need that.
Do I often go to the? Do you guys know? I learned that you know you noticed a lot of houses have a bathroom right when you walk in the house. Do Have you guys noticed that?
No,
No.
not
No,
really.
Yeah, actually, I have a family member that has one of those.
So I guess it's pretty common that was created to not spread like disease. Basically, it was about concerns over like I forget what was the,
Coronavirus.
yeah, no, but it was
Clearly,
similar.
it didn't work.
It was about hygiene because they said people coming into the house, they wanted to have the shortest distance to a bathroom so they don't infect people when they go into the house. It was created in regards to I forget what the actual outbreak was, but it was like some kind of outbreak that like caused people to think about it. So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think if you were if you were a professor and you were teaching a class and you were doing it via Zoom, should you be teaching college girls while also looking up busty college girls?
Probably not.
What do you think, Brian?
I think that's probably frowned upon, but I wouldn't discourage it.
So a teacher did this when he shared his screen via Zoom. The students recorded the fact that he had one of the tabs said "busty college girls." It went on TikTok, and the professor was later fired.
I mean, that's not as bad as Alex Jones. He showed his cell phone and tranny porn popped up.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Because that'd be a base.
Live on the air, and he said that happens to everybody. It's a virus, and everyone's cell phone has that happen once in a while.
You're fucking kidding me. Because that's better than him saying he's going to eat his kids. What was or eat his neighbors? What did he actually had tranny porn come up?
Yep.
And he's like his followers are like sounds good. Like the most racist, horrible people are like that sounds good.
Yeah, it must be a virus.
It's a virus.
There's no way Alex Jones would have tranny porn on his phone. You know, the tranny porn virus of 2019? Everyone got it.
His wife posts shit about him on Twitter all the time. Why can't she post the fact that he looks at tranny porn?
I mean, it was live on the air. If that didn't sway anybody, then...
By the way, how horrible a person is his wife that she didn't get the kids? Because I know, like, he got custody of the kids. What the fuck is she like?
I thought he lost custody. He only has, weekends.
I thought I read that he has custody. She doesn't. Shall we go? She has custody?
I thought so.
Can you verify that? Could you do a Google search while you listen to your neighbor scream?
She is always tweeting about like endangering the kids.
Yeah.
I really thought that he had custody. I could be wrong though. Do you So one thing that's been proposed, just jumping around a little bit, as this is what I do like these days, Belgium has proposed when things open up, as a way to like not spread the virus. You know how like you're supposed to just right now spend only time with people in your household.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So like, Bri, you see your dad, you're not wearing a mask around your dad, and
No.
Jay, you see your girlfriend, you're not wearing a mask. So they're what they're thinking is that people will have social bubbles of not more than 10 people, and this will be like you can spend more time outside your house with the people in your bubble, and everyone will be encouraged to have bubbles.
They're just making stuff up to not scare people.
Does that sound like the fucking craziest thing possible? And the Belgian government said
It'd only be crazier if we actually had to get in bubbles.
That would make more sense. They said, well, one of the things is people not socializing, it really is bad for people with mental health. So what will be good for people with mental health is to be excluded from other people's bubbles.
Okay.
I mean, it just seems like how terrible that will get so fast when people are like, I didn't get into a bubble, I guess I'll just go kill myself. Suicide rate will be up majorly.
Let's see. Let's finish up the show with Brink Bracket.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, so we have 4 Work HJ versus 2 CPA.
Work HJ at 4 versus CPA is number 2?
Yeah.
Just the Elite 8?
Yeah.
Okay, so the winner goes to the Final 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got to be CPA.
I have to say CPA. I think it's going to be a very, very close vote, but I say CPA.
It was very close, 54% CPA.
Okay. I would have thought Work HA should have lost, I think, last round, but CPA has to be. So CPA is in the final four.
Yeah.
What else?
We have number
Are
one.
you doing the whole bracket, right?
I mean, there's only 4 matchups this week. So.
Yeah, exactly. It would be ridiculous to wait till next week for the next 2.
Yeah.
So.
Number 1, Bride's Girlfriend versus number 6, Bride's Gambling Addiction.
I thought my girlfriend lost.
Nope. Last week, your girlfriend beat cryptocurrency.
Huh.
So Bride's Girlfriend versus his gambling addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to say I never understood why Bride's Girlfriend was number 1 seed. No offense, Bri.
Me either.
I'm going to say gambling addiction wins. I think they win. I think it wins handily.
Yeah, I think so too.
83% Bride's Gambling Addiction.
Yes. Okay, so gambling addiction, CPA. That's so. By the way, are CPA and gambling addiction going against each other?
Yeah, that's to get to the finals.
Okay.
Okay, get to the finals. So the finals. So CPA or so Bride. There's not a shot your gambling addiction goes to the finals. CPA's in the finals.
Good.
Yeah. I mean, is it right? Like up to you had a vote. Do you take CPA or take gambling addiction?
CPA.
Yeah, that has to be in the finals, right, Jay?
I would think.
Okay.
All right, so we have number 1, Marc's Mansion, versus number 7, Marc's Obsession with Pedophilia.
Pedophilia.
Explain pedophilia in a landslide.
80%.
What number? What number? What number seed was pedophilia, by the way?
7.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Can Mansion get negative votes?
80% pedophilia.
Is pedophilia really going to go to the finals?
It might.
Holy. So CPA, gambling, pedophilia. What's the next one?
We have number 1, Would You Rather, versus number 6, Organic Opening.
Ooh.
Organic opening made it really far for no good reason. No offense, Jay. I think Would You Rather has to beat.
I'm gonna keep the upset train going with Organic Opening.
I'm gonna say it's closer than I would expect, but Jay.
50-50.
Wow.
50-50?
Yeah, we need to do a tiebreaker.
Holy shit.
Well, you're the tiebreaker now.
Well, I think all 3 of us vote, right?
Yeah, all 3 of us vote. It's just happened to be you guys split every single time.
Okay, so I mean, I still think Would You Rather. I think Would You Rather is a lot better than Organic Opening. So I also, as you know, I love Organic Opening so much. Bri?
I'm still riding the Organic Opening train.
God, you gonna make
You're
me the
gonna leave it to
tiebreaker
Jay.
again?
Okay, Jay. Jay gets to decide who goes to the final 4 here.
I know.
Can
Damn
you
it.
do your analysis out loud, like your thought process here?
All right. Would you rather is, I mean,
Jay, would you rather or Organic Opening?
Would you rather? Jay, would you rather Bri or myself cough in your face?
I mean, the would you rathers are unrealistic, but they're funny. Organic Opening is just funny because it pisses you off so much.
It's also when we do an awesome Organic Opening, that's when Jade is not recording. It's only when he's recording is it.
You never know when there's going to be an Organic Opening.
Oh my god! I think this entire thing. Jake could be like, I played the theme music just to make this is all a long Organic Opening. We're gonna start the episode now.
It really doesn't matter, Jay, because it's going to get killed by pedophilia. So
That is
It's
true.
not even be fucking close. It'll get destroyed.
Yeah, every tiebreaker I've done so far has gotten destroyed in the next round. So
It will be the 97 fucking Bulls versus my high school basketball team. That's what's gonna be like.
all right, I'm gonna go with Would You Rather.
Okay. So would you rather versus would you rather pedophilia or have this contest not have pedophilia in the fucking finals?
All right.
So since we're probably gonna it's gonna probably be pedophilia versus the CPA. Holy shit. What do you think? I'm assuming we're all in agreement that's going to be the finals matchup.
I think
Probably.
so.
I mean, you never know. But so let's say that's the final matchup. Who wins, CPA or pedophilia?
CPA.
I'd go CPA too. Brian?
Yeah, I think CPA.
Okay, so if it's 50-50, we're voting for fucking CPA. You're all agreeing on this right now, okay? No going fucking back because it's funny.
It is funny though. I think
So now you know Would You Rather and My Gambling Addiction will both win.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's made it this far just to troll you, Mark.
Yeah, I will, obviously. We have 3 Facebook questions. Suki writes, Jason, do you listen to Drake?
Obviously not a deep listener of the show because I hate Drake more than I hate my
He
job.
listens to whatever Drake tells him to do.
Andrew writes, if listening and singing to Drake music at full volume all the time kept the virus away, would Jay do it?
No.
Jay, would you rather have Drake that's
Cough
amazing.
on you.
Yeah, I was going to say, would you rather have Drake sing to you or cough on you?
Cough on me.
And Andrew writes, are you reading the questions from last episode? Did we? I thought.
You missed the questions from last episode?
I don't fucking know.
It's your
I
only
thought
responsibility.
yeah, you have all these polls on this. Suki also writes, work hates Suki.
I guarantee you work hates Jay more. Guarantee you.
Let me see if I can find these. Also, my cousin responded to your post about Brink Sanity running for president. My cousin wrote on this. That wasn't a new listener. It's my cousin. Okay, here we go. Andrew writes, has America gone insane with these protests? And yes, I've noticed all of the InfoWars stickers all over their pickup trucks.
It's true.
Has America gone insane? What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Have you guys heard of the league? What is it? The League of Masks? The Anti-Mask League. That's it. That's what it is.
No, I have not.
No.
So in San Francisco during 1918, during the Spanish flu, there were similar protests about people because everyone was told to wear masks during that time for the Spanish flu, and people would protest and have large protests basically over the wearing masks. Basically, the point of it being that they were fucking crazy then, we're fucking crazy now. Shit's not that different. It's always a segment of society that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Declan writes, who would be in your cabinet, Jay? I propose Pablo Prigioni as Secretary of Defense, Rasheed Wallace as Head of Homeland Security, and Kyrie Irving as Secretary of Education to kick things off. Jay?
Look at that. A Knicks podcast crossover.
Yes. Jay, you're running for president. Can you talk about your cabinet?
I thought you guys were my cabinet.
Yeah. I'm Brian, what was your position?
I think I was Attorney General or head of the FBI or something.
I'm going to be one or the other. I'm going to be Secretary of State. That's cool. You get a lot of cool traveling. Everywhere you go, people are like, "Oh, you're here from America. We got to roll out the red carpet for you." It'd be kind of fun. And also have us not go to war less. Jay, what do you any ideas for cabinet positions?
I would like to get John Lovitz in there somewhere.
Secretary of Humor?
Yeah.
He's a Republican. I don't know if he would
Is he?
join your cabinet. Yeah, he's a big Trumper.
Is he? What? Where is he? Did he retire from the world?
Maybe. I would like to get like an all comedian panel. Get like Conan O'Brien, John Oliver.
So would you take comedians who are like politically active, or would you take people? Is it based on funniness or like how they have like good political views? Also,
No, just how funny they are.
Why is John Lovitz still nowhere to be seen anymore?
I don't know. He's so good.
No, he's funny. I feel like it's weird that he's gone away, kind of.
I mean, if you're doing politically active comedians, then you would do like John Oliver and Jon Stewart.
So yeah, Jon Stewart would be pretty good. Would you take Dennis Miller?
I don't know if I could handle all his obscure
Raging-
references.
He's gone way. I remember used to think he was really funny, but now he's become too obscure and too right wing crazy on shit.
Yeah.
Mostly, I just can't follow what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference between making like smart jokes and going so deep in the references, like 3 people get it.
Do you remember we were at there was some point as a society we were all like, "Oh, cool! Dennis Miller is going to host Monday Night Football."
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird thing.
Mm.
Can you imagine? There's like Seinfeld, like is going to like what? Like Seinfeld will host the Olympics, something like that. Like, I meant just like an equivalent thing today. I'm trying to think of a comedian like.
I mean,
like
Bill Burr.
Yeah, like it's something Bill Burr. Well, I guess he's a big hockey fan. Maybe he'd be announcing games. I don't know. It was weird having Dennis Miller.
Yeah, that was weird. He probably like mentioned to somebody in passing that he liked football a little bit, and they're like, "No, you could be a color commentator."
Well, I guess he was kind of popular at the time, and the ratings were really down. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys want to end this so I can start throwing a hissy fit at my neighbors?
Sure.
By the way, I just looked at the New York Post. Ruth Bader Ginsburg has been hospitalized with an infection. They're not saying what infection, but society's pretty much over.
It just gets better and better.
Yes.
Can somebody send me a jar of murder hornets so I can put it in my under my downstairs neighbor's door?
Why don't you just have your girlfriend cough on your neighbor's doors? She's got to have some coronavirus in her. She's around it all day.
Got to figure something out. But tell her to take her scrubs and just rub it up and down their doorknob when she gets home.
Do you want to borrow Ghost Dog? He loves barking.
Why you get a pet? Make it like a real fight.
We could have Dog Wars 2020. 3 out of the 7 units in this building have dogs.
3.
My landlord said there's no dogs, and everyone just ignored it and got a dog. The front apartment got 3 of those tiny little yipping dogs, so it's like an alarm every time you open the front door.
Do you live in hell?
Yes. Yes, it's literal hell.
I mean, like, it just keeps getting worse and worse about where you live. And Brian, have you been to Jay's place? You haven't.
No.
Been to his place. No. He lives like it's a fine. It's like a nice neighborhood. I mean, like, it seems like he's got a good apartment. Except for everything that goes on when you're not there again.
My building is like my job. It gets worse every week. Every Monday I wake up and I'm like, how can it be worse this week? And then I find out by like Wednesday.
How is it going to be worse? Well, Jay, now you have to be staying in your apartment 24/7 because there's the virus. So you'll have to live with it even longer. Your only escape's when you get to leave for work from the
Anyway, I know this wasn't one of my A game podcasts, but it's hard to do a comedy podcast when you're furious.
Distracted Jay will join us next week. He did not join us this week.
I can't wait to get off the show and not sleep tonight.
Brian actually said the same thing.
That's right.
Yep. Maybe Brian and I will just be awake until next episode.
Cool, I'm down.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
My love. Goodbye, everybody. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. You better go away. I'm gonna leave you. It's the end. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just leave me alone. Feels so good to say.